Ever read a listing description that says that the house is full of character and it turns out the character is black mold? Or how about an open floor plan where there's no walls left? Today's show on Realty Check, we're going to be going into the Hall of Shame of listing descriptions with special guest Mia Wolfe. First, we're going to be bringing you market numbers and stats as we do every week. So stay tuned for a great show. Welcome back, Vegas, and welcome back, Mia Wolfe. Thank you so much for coming back on the show. Mia's with eXp Realty. She's a return guest on the show. If you've been following us, you've seen her before. Thank you for being here today.
Of course.
Yes, so let's dive into our market numbers and stats for the week. How are you feeling out there in real estate? How's things going for you?
Well, it's been, I tell you what, I've already had, I think this year to date, since January, I've sold 10 houses, which is already past what I did last year. So I would say the real estate market is pretty good, although I'm feeling the extra inventory.
Yes, and just to give a perspective on that, 10 houses sold, and where are we in? May. We're in May right now. The average realtor, based on stats here in Las Vegas, based off of the NAR or the Las Vegas stats, the average realtor sells 3 to 5 homes. So 10 homes in 5 months is definitely an overachiever.
Well, thanks. Well, even last year, it was 70% of agents sold one house or didn't even sell any.
Yeah. So, and last year was, I average a pretty good volume of home sales too, and I know you do too. But last year, I think last year and maybe this year, it does seem like we're a bit softer than normal. However, still, it's just a good testament that you're good, experienced, know what you're doing, because even through a tough market, you're still getting homes closed.
That's right. And when you see people that say, I sold hundreds and hundreds, this month or this year, it's a team. It's the whole team numbers.
The whole team numbers, yeah. You see those out there. And yeah, you see, just some of the puffery is what we call it of real estate agents out there is insane. So definitely when an agent's telling you, I had a seller recently in another market. She was selling a home in another market, not here, and she was telling me about this agent that told her all these great things that she wanted to list with them. And I was like, okay, great, that sounds good. It sounds good. Well, I looked up the agent just, to help her out or whatever. Just looked up the agent and their information. She hadn't signed a listing agreement yet. And I was like, hey, FYI, on Zillow, a lot of times Zillow will tell you the year-to-date numbers and stats of the agent's production. And I said, on Zillow, it says she sold 0 homes in the last 12 months. You might want to take that into consideration before hiring her. It's just not a good track record, right?
Right. It says something.
It says something. Unless all the sales are going in another name, sometimes that happens with teams.
Definitely.
So definitely check in, verify, do your due diligence.
But it is a good marker to ask. For sure, definitely. One of the first things, probably.
Yeah, no, because sometimes what people just tend to exaggerate. Sometimes realtors have a very bad habit of that. So things are good. Yeah. As far as our market inventory for the week, I don't know if you guys have heard this out in the news. I hear it. Almost everybody I talk to right now is telling me, "Hey, inventory's up," right? Yeah. It is. Inventory's up. And it looks like it's jumping up a little bit every week. This week, we're up 135 from last week with single-family homes on the market at 6187. Condos and townhomes, those are only up 52 at 2438. So our inventory is spiking. Are you feeling that with any buyer or seller activity?
I am, and of course, it's great for buyers. They have a lot to choose from, which typically we haven't had a whole lot. But, there's even more inventory than that because the builders are sitting on inventory right now, which isn't even reflected in that, right? Sometimes they put their houses on the MLS, but the majority are not. And so even with new construction now, it's not like, hey, this one's coming up. It's like, which one do you want? You know?
And the builders are offering incentives. I've gotten some emails from builders. They're saying, hey, realtors, we love you. Come with us.
I know, which I love it.
We'll pay you. That's not always the case.
Right.
But we always know that the market's a little soft when the builders are trying to beg us to bring clients.
True.
So we are definitely seeing that right now too. But it's a window of opportunity for buyers. These are the times where you can get those deals. So many buyers think that they want to wait until everybody else is buying real estate because that's when they feel like it's a good time. That's the worst time because you're not going to get deals. You're going to have competition. During times like this, when there's not a lot of people buying, when inventory is rising, best prices, best deals. That's when you can negotiate, go in hard, and do those things. So our price reductions and our under contracts are also, our price reductions are up. Under contracts were 19 less at 832, and our solds were 234 less at 560. Wow. So our weekly stats have changed a bit. And we're going to be coming back to you guys with our next segment where we're going to talk about all those listing descriptions.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. From live music to comedy shows, we've got entertainment that'll give you that Las Vegas vibe. Our tavern serves the best drinks in Vegas. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
Looking for a night out that's pure Vegas? Welcome to Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, voted best comedy club in Las Vegas. Located at the Link Promenade, just steps from the High Roller, it's your ticket to big laughs from top comics handpicked by Jimmy Kimmel himself. No two shows are alike. Every night's a headliner, and every seat's a great one. Get your laughs at the best. Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, only in Vegas, only at the Link.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. From live music to comedy shows, we've got entertainment that'll give you that Las Vegas vibe. Our tavern serves the best drinks in Vegas. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
Some listings sometimes leave us speechless when we see them versus what we saw on the MLS, right? Yes. And there's sometimes where, I know this has happened to you too, Mia, where you walk into a listing and you're like, did the agent ever see this house? Mm-hmm. Like, I've literally been in a house that was listed as a 3-bedroom and there's a 2-bedroom and we're walking through the entire house like, where's the other bedroom at? There's no 3rd bedroom. It's impossible, not even a spot where it could be. So unfortunately, sometimes we run into a lot of misleading listing descriptions. Mm-hmm. So that's what this whole segment's going to be about.
Fun.
And do you see that a lot out there?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I've even taken pictures and sent it to the listing agent before. Like, did you know this was here? Or, these people were here.
Right. These people were here. There's times where it says the house is vacant and it's occupied, and you're like, what the heck? Are these squatters? They don't look like squatters. But, you know, I don't know. I just think it's one of those things that with volume, when you're doing a lot of volume of listings, sometimes things fall through the cracks and sometimes things get mixed with others.
Yes.
I have a client recently that called me because they had a lockbox put on their house and it's not for sale. Oh. And I'm like, well,
Wrong house.
So I'm sure the agent just put it on the wrong home.
Yes.
They'll figure it out later.
Funny.
But it happens. So we are all human, and human things happen. So getting into misleading listing descriptions, I'm going to start with one of my favorite ones. Is I was at a listing appointment years ago. And I'm there, we're there in the front room talking, getting the rundown. You know how we get the rundown from the sellers about everything in the house. They tell you about all the upgrades, all the work they've done to the house. So the seller says, I did a complete remodel in the bathroom. It is modern, updated, all these things. He's telling me all about the bathroom. We haven't seen it yet. And he says, we have eco-friendly plumbing added in there too. And I was like, well, that's interesting. I've never heard of eco-friendly plumbing.
Save water.
Yes. So goes to show me this bathroom, which is very proud of. And it had some nice things. The countertops were new. They did one of those freestanding bathtubs and, tore out the previous bathtub and made a separate shower and a freestanding bathtub on the other side. Well, this was a DIY project, and don't we love it when our sellers do DIYs? Yes. It was a DIY project, and he tied the shower into the existing plumbing because as we all know, most plumbing in homes here in Vegas, we have a slab, concrete. The plumbing's underneath that slab, so you have to drill into concrete to tie into it or to do anything. So apparently he couldn't figure out how to tie into the plumbing to add this separate bathtub that was separate from the shower without drilling into the concrete, and obviously didn't want to do that. So he instead drilled a hole in the side of the house and put the plumbing tube outside. And so every time the bath water was drained, it watered the plants in the backyard.
Are you serious?
That were out on the side of the house, which he called eco-friendly plumbing.
That was yours, or you read it?
It was a listing appointment I went to.
What would you say?
It was a listing appointment I went to. I did not get
You
that
get
listing, so I was kind of grateful for that because I was like, I don't even know how I'm going to market this. Like, whatever.
Can I see the permit on this?
Yes, can we see a I can't just say this is eco-friendly plumbing in the listing description, but some people would. Some people absolutely would, and just say that's what the seller said it is. This is what it is.
Yes.
So we run into silly things like that. Another one of my favorites is a home needs TLC. When you see that on a listing description, what does that mean?
Yes, it means that it is a hot mess, basically a hot mess.
So home needs TLC is another word for a fixer-upper.
Yes.
TLC usually means you're going to have to get a contractor, a remediation expert.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Maybe a mold test. Home needs TLC could mean so many things, but usually it is exactly the opposite of turnkey.
Right, and that's beyond the carpet and the walls and the windows and everything else, right?
Yes, there could be an odd smell.
Oh, gosh. Been there and done that, too.
Yeah, so definitely that is if you're not looking for a fixer-upper and you see home needs TLC, definitely might not be
It's a little bit more than tender, loving care, is right?
A little bit more.
Yeah.
Usually a contractor.
Right.
So TLC equals
you
contractor.
need a tender, loving contractor for that one. TLC.
That's the new acronym,
Yes,
right?
that works.
What about the 3 bedrooms, but one's unpermitted?
Oh, yeah. That means it's 2 bedrooms. That means you have 2 bedrooms and an extra room.
That means you have a 2-bedroom home. Uncle Joe came in and added on to it as a DIY project, and nobody ever checked with the county. Probably not safe, up to code, or even verified at that point. And a lot of times it's a garage that they said, hey, this will make a good bedroom.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. So definitely those are red flags to see. Now, a little bit on bedroom additions. If a bedroom is unpermitted, when an appraiser goes in there, if you're doing financing, they won't count unpermitted square footage.
No.
And if it's not to code or it looks unsafe, they won't finance on it.
Right. And it has to have a closet in it. And does it have to have a window?
So
think
they
just the
revised
closet.
the rules like 2 years ago. Our MLS sent out like a notification about that. The closet is no longer a requirement for a
really?
bedroom, but it does have to have a window, and it does have to have ingress egress, which is a door, that leads in and out.
Okay.
So
it doesn't have to have a closet.
it doesn't have to have a closet anymore. That used to be a rule, and the minimum square footage to be called a bedroom is 10 by 10.
Oh, yeah.
So it has to be 10 by 10 or larger. So what about could use a little updating?
Yes, that means the 80s and
It has 70s shag carpet.
Yes.
You probably have popcorn ceiling with a little bit of sparkle in it.
yes.
the sparkle
Those
from
were
the
so
70s. I mean, laminate countertops. So it's definitely, when we're talking updating, it's like walking into another era.
And then our houses here are relatively new, so it's like Tuscan, everything that it still needs updating. People, built in 2000, they want to update it too.
Oh yeah,
already.
Yeah, no, people are just like right now. It's even if they see like brown granite on the countertop.
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh my
like
God,
here
that's
in-
so old.
Right, yeah. Other states have really old houses. I mean, some the 60s, 50s, right?
Yeah, no, I've gone into some like even luxury homes in other states where I'm like, oh my gosh, I was talking to a friend about this recently because she has a very, it's a very like, original style home from the year it was built, which was in like the 60s, and lots of those features. And I was like, it's amazing that it's still here, the history of it's still here, because in Vegas they'd gut it.
I just went to one here, and it was like a $3 million horse property. The inside is completely untouched. The kitchen looks like the Brady Bunch kitchen. And I mean, the appliances are that green 70s.
Avocado.
Yes. But it was so like modern for its era because it had an ice maker, an ice machine that was separate.
Nice.
But I couldn't believe the quality that it was in. Like those were built to last.
Oh, definitely.
They really were.
Definitely. I had a listing recently that had one of those, it was a double oven from like the 70s, and it still operated. And I was like, I can't believe this thing is still working. And I looked up because they were talking about like if they were to replace it, is it going to be hard to find another? And I was like, I don't know, let me see. I looked it up, and it's an antique now, so it was like that double oven's worth like $10,000, and I was like, you'd carry out, sell it, and put a new one.
Yeah. That's why they probably antiques or collector pieces. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it's a collector piece at this point, but still operates, which is amazing.
So it's definitely needs some updating.
Yeah.
If it,
Yeah,
if
so
it's not in mint condition.
needs updating, you're going to get a blast from the past. Just expect that when you arrive at the house.
Yes.
What about a hot property won't last, but it's been on the market for 180 days?
Right. Well, they need to update their remarks.
Yeah, definitely. I would think they need a little revision to that.
Yes.
So, full of character.
Oh, yes. That means it is very unique, so it has some type of theme going on in the house, right?
Yeah, usually it means the owner DIY'd the entire home.
Yes.
Crazy wallpaper. There's going to be some,
my gosh.
maybe a pink bedroom or two.
A round bed.
A round bed. What is the most character-filled homes that you've
God.
seen? Is there anything you could think of that's like...
So many.
Oh, my gosh.
So many. I mean, like Elvis, an Elvis impersonator's house with like a costume room. Oh my God, so many like, I have seen so many, I don't know what you want to call them, love dens or what, but like velvet, like that, especially the older ones, like kind of, like we were talking about the historic.
Yeah, the historic
houses.
homes.
And I mean, these are like high dollar homes, luxury homes.
Right. I went to a house once that was like, I mean, the owner of the home was like definitely into some kind of like witchcraft or something. And like the rooms were black, and there was like all this like crazy like light fixtures that were really odd, and then there's lots of like candles burning stuff everywhere. And I was just like, when I left there, I was like, I feel like I need some holy water.
I know, but I'm like, there's like one person that's gonna walk into that and like love it.
This is my home. My forever home.
You know what?
Here.
I did sell one of the very first houses I sold. They were relocating here, and they were like big, huge Philadelphia Eagles fans, and we looked at several houses. Like the last house we looked at, we went into the garage and there was this huge Eagles banner in the garage, which I would probably like if I was a listing agent, I'd be like, can you paint over that? You could have like so many people that hate the Eagles or whatever.
Right.
They loved it. They wanted to write an offer immediately. They took it as a sign that this was their house. They're still there, and they have a lot of equity in that house now too. But it was like, something like that. But yeah, like the themed things are definitely like really hard to see past or see through, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. What about the cat houses?
Oh,
the houses that have like the cat trees in every room where like you just, you look at the photos and you can smell them.
I know. And they're like, when they're showing the house, the cats are there somewhere.
I know.
They're under the furniture. They're like, they're hiding somewhere.
Absolutely.
If you see a cat house, there is a cat somewhere in that house when you're showing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they're watching you.
And they are. They know you're there.
They are watching you the entire time.
Yes.
What about good bones?
Oh.
When a listing description says a home has good bones.
It's a flip. It's a flip.
That means you just
or
gut
it's
it all.
Outdated.
Yeah, you're going to have to gut it all. The walls are good. Good bones means like that wood framing that's underneath everything you see is the only thing that is acceptable.
Yes, cosmetic makeover, definitely.
Cosmetic makeover, completely, yes. And then, a lot of times we see this all the time in listings, in marketing of homes. Home is as is. I love as is, where is. And I'm like, okay, is someone planning on moving it?
Oh, as is, where it is. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I see that a lot. Yeah, as is, where is. And I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what about as is?
Yeah.
When I see as is written, what do you think about that? What do you think?
The seller's not doing nothing.
Exactly. Don't even send a repair request.
Don't even try. What you see is what you get.
We know there's something you want fixed, but we're not going to do it.
And make sure you hire a good home inspector.
Right. Yes.
Because there's something that they know about.
Yes.
And even though they're supposed to disclose it, I have sometimes I meet with sellers that the home is in very good condition. It's in very good shape, and they say, but it's going to be as is. I'm not going to do any repairs. And I'm like, okay, how about we don't market it like that, because people are going to think that something's wrong with it.
Yeah.
But the minute they see that, they're like, what's wrong?
Right.
Something's wrong. There's something that they're, refusing to fix. And as is does not mean you don't get a home inspection.
Right.
It does not mean you don't get a disclosure. And it does not mean that you don't get due diligence. So really, essentially, there's no such thing as is.
They're just putting it out there ahead of time. Like
they're just putting it out there. They're not doing
showing
anything.
their colors.
They're showing their colors. They're not doing any repairs. So if you come to them and you say the bathtub is missing a stopper, they're not fixing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't go away, Vegas. We are going to come right back, and we're going to be talking about or tell you how to get in touch with us, how to further stay in contact and follow our show. So thanks, guys. We'll be right back.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. From live music to comedy shows, we've got entertainment that'll give you that Las Vegas vibe. Our tavern serves the best drinks in Vegas. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
Looking for a night out that's pure Vegas? Welcome to Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, voted best comedy club in Las Vegas. Located at the Link Promenade, just steps from the High Roller, it's your ticket to big laughs from top comics, handpicked by Jimmy Kimmel himself. No two shows are alike. Every night's a headliner, and every seat's a great one. Get your laughs at the best. Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, only in Vegas, only at the Link.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. From live music to comedy shows, we've got entertainment that'll give you that Las Vegas vibe. Our tavern serves the best drinks in Vegas. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
So in summary, Mia, from today's show, with our market doing the way that it is right now and things going on and all the wild listing descriptions out there, what's your biggest piece of advice you'd give people right now for navigating through everything?
You know what? You can have patience and make smart moves. You can't time the market, but ask somebody that's experienced what we're seeing and go from there.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. And Mia, if somebody wants to talk to somebody that's experienced, how do they get in touch with you?
Yes, I am on Instagram, Facebook. Just type in Mia Wolfe with an E. And my number is 702-412-7255.
And you're with eXp Realty.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And if you guys are looking to get a hold of me, my name's Trish Williams. I'm with Keller Williams Realty. My phone number is 702-308-2878. We hope you're enjoying the show and the content. If you have any feedback for us, listener questions, or anything that you would like for us to talk about in future shows, you can go to our link tree, and that is www.realtycheck.vegas. You can follow us on Hey Vegas TV Network. That's where all of our shows will stream live every week, as well as other content. There's tons of entertainment shows. There's tons of content on Hey Vegas TV Network. So make sure that you're checking that out and tuning in there. And as for us, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.